Because of her, I could go that further to the most Western country.
Oh.
Otherwise, I would have come back in the middle. Because like 6 months travel, it's not really easy as a female traveler.
Okay, then like fast forward 10 years and you were in your 20s, you traveled alone, and now in your 30s, you traveled with somebody. So before you started this travel, can you just describe me how your life was?
For the last 10 years?
No, just right before starting the travel, just before starting and deciding to go on this trip. Can you just describe me how you've lived? Like, what did you work? What did you do?
Oh, okay. So before I went to this trip, I actually planned it to go. When I become 30, I should go. I always had that in my mind. But when I was 29, I got a new job as BSA, which is like business system analyst. So I was like learning a lot from my new company. And then the work burden was too much. And then I wanted to make my full 1 year and then stop and go. But the work burden was too much. So I quit like when I was 8 months. And then I quit the job and then started to like prepare to go.
I see.
So it was like really, really hectic life.
So one of your goals was to take some break and relax while you're traveling?
Not really. Because I had to move like every 4 days.
Oh, okay. So it
from
wasn't
country
really
to
relaxing.
country.
Yeah, I get it.
I had to pack and unpack, pack and unpack every time. And I always had to search new accommodation, new flights, and I didn't really plan. I went to like country and then planned the next country like that. So I was always busy.
So you didn't really have a plan when you started out from here. You didn't have a plan where to go.
Right. I just started from the Vietnam ticket.
Oh, so bought one way ticket to Vietnam and let's see. Oh, I see. I've done something similar once. I was very stressed at work, and I also just bought a one-way ticket to Panama.
Panama?
It was pretty far. And then I was like, I don't know how long I'm going to stay, and then just go from there. I also traveled alone. Oh, back then I actually traveled alone.
Wow, you were alone?
Yeah, that was my first travel alone. Yeah. But my story is not so important. Your story is more important. And so you were like a bit stressed, and you quit your job and then started this trip. And somehow you didn't go alone this time, right? How did that happen?
Yeah, our first intention was like she had her dream, my friend. Also, I wanted to just relax and observe. At the end of the journey, I feel like I traveled her. Not the country was not so important.
So the journey wasn't like at some certain location, but more like about your relationship with her?
Yeah, relationship and herself. Because in each country, like different kind of ego comes out. For example, like in Vietnam, like we are like very like we are okay, but in Dubai, we were in a very difficult situation and the weather is extremely hot. So like our like annoyment toward each other was so extreme. And then in Europe, we were okay and we were peaceful. So everywhere we were in the different situation, different personality came out. And then I think, wow, she has this kind of aspect. Or like whenever we meet like different people, like I can see her, I can observe her moments. Or so I feel like I traveled through these situations. I kind of get to know her.
I see.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you have a stronger bond and stronger connection with her?
Of course, because like every single moment I only can share with her. When I talk about it to another people, they cannot really get the understand. They cannot understand, and they don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have that kind of deep connection now.
They say when you travel with somebody, that's when they really get to know them. So also if somebody wants to
totally agree.
if somebody wants to get married, they tell them, okay, go on a trip first and then see. If you're still together after you come back, then feel free to get married.
I think that's so true. That's so true. Yeah.
What was the most difficult moment for you?
In Salzburg, her personality and my personality, if she has a goal, she just goes straight. Me, I like to see around, and I was a little slower and she was quicker than me.
I feel like her personality is more like, when I came to Korea, there's this like pali like fast culture.
She's so fast.
So you wake up in the morning, you get ready fast, like in 5 minutes, and then you go.
Right.
And probably you're like, I don't know, you take like to take your time and just enjoy things.
Yeah, I like to enjoy the moment and like to relax. I don't like the rush or hectic. Yeah. I don't like that feeling. But yeah, so she just go ahead and wait for me.
Was it in the morning? Like you both got ready and you wanted to visit something in Salzburg?
Pretty much, maybe afternoon. Yeah.
So she first went out and waiting for you?
She walked so fast and it was so annoying. So I just stopped it and then, hey, just let's go separately. Like you enjoy your day, I will enjoy my day. So no, I don't want to just go I can't go further with you. I just
so that's
said
what you told her. Oh.
Yeah, and then she said, okay, and then she spent her day and I spent my day, and then I looked back myself. Okay, I coincidentally visited one church, and then there was like Jesus and the cross, and then I saw that thing, and then okay, Jesus has died for us, but why can't I just forgive her? I just made that, and she also had her fellowship, is her own fellowship. So after the day, at the end of the day, we just came back together. And
did you have an Airbnb or a hotel or something?
Hotel at the time, yeah. So she gave me chocolate as apology, and then I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I was so selfish." So yeah, we made up. On that
so
day.
it lasted only one day. This conflict.
Yeah, luckily, but I think it was piled, and then it burst, it burst into.
Yeah, it bursted out.
Bursted out in Austria.
I see. Yeah, I think what you mentioned is important. Like if people have two different, and usually people are different and they have different personalities. So it's all about understanding each other. I think you also mentioned how different you were in she bought a bag and you bought a bag.
Right.
Yeah. Would you like to explain what kind of personality differences you had?
Having a companion is really profitable. It's really necessary, beneficial, because she values a very expensive and really high quality, but I value quantity. So I bought a bag in Daiso, which is $1. And I put it. It's like a really thin plastic bag. You can squeeze or you can tear it. It's not terrible, but you can squeeze or you can do whatever with this. So I always bring it in my bag. So bag in bag. So it's so convenient. If there's something I buy, I can put everything in that. I don't have to buy extra plastic bags. So it was so useful when we shop or we went grocery shoppings.
So you had this plastic bag and then
plastic bag. So it was very useful when we went whenever we went grocery shopping. And her bag is not terrible even with knife. She searched a really specific brand, which is the only one in Korea.
Against pickpockets, you mean?
Yes, she's so suspicious at everything, and I trust everything. So I'm really open to strangers. she's really like very she's like suspicious. So
More cautious.
yeah, so she were kind of our security. And I was like collecting people. Yeah. So we were in a good harmony.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes people think if we are so different, then like we cannot be together. But I think it's really about complementing each other.
Right.
And so I think in your case, it really worked out well.
I think so. Yeah. And she never gives her number to strangers, but I give my number to strangers very widely. So wherever we go, like we gathered so many people because whenever I like gathered people around, she is so deep. So her conversation is just very deep, and yeah, I was kind of a collector, and then she's kind of like really taking the relationship
to the next level,
to the deeper. Yeah. So we have very deep connection in like everywhere. Yeah, thanks to her.
Yeah, thanks to both of you actually. Like both of you, they like you fulfilled your roles, your different roles. So compared to traveling alone and compared to traveling with somebody, which one do you think is better?
For sure, together. Together, if you go there, you can have your own personal time. So you can also travel alone. And if you are with someone, you feel like in a lot of ways, you get like protected each other from like a lot of like information wise, security wise, like physical wise, and everything. And fundamentally, we were one. We still, her money, my money were in the same card.
In her very secure bag, I guess.
No one can like intrude.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Pre-podcast, when we talked, you also said something that really stuck me. And you said, if you want to go far, then go together.
I think that really makes sense.
There was this one time when you wanted to come back to Korea, and she encouraged you to stay. Maybe would you like to, or can you remember that scene?
Yeah, right. We were actually short of money all the time. So because we started this journey, like we didn't really actually plan financially. I was always in the lack of money, so I was so insecure. So, hey, to my friend, really want to go back. Whenever I say this, she firmly like really it was 든든해 뭐지?
It's like maybe strong or supportive.
Strong. Yeah.
Firm.
Like firm mentally. Because of her, I could go that further to the most Western country.
Oh.
Otherwise, I would have come back in the middle. Because like 6 months travel, it's not really easy as a female traveler.
Yeah, like I also wonder how you could like come up with that amount of money, because I think many people want to go on a world travel, but they just cannot afford it.
Right.
Did you like collect all the money in advance, or did you do some side jobs while traveling?
I saved up a certain amount of money, and then it was a couple of $1,000s. Oh, it's not enough. It's never enough.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on like, there are some people who like when you were in your 20s, I guess you just had like your half of the airplane ticket and the rest was taken care of. So it depends on the type of the travel, I guess, how much money you need for it. But in your 30s, then you paid everything for yourself, and you didn't plan to do voluntary jobs or becoming a nanny or earning money. So then I guess you need to finance your whole trip by yourself.
Yeah. I had a really small side job. So I worked an hour a day. So which is really ideal, because if we only travel every day, it's also kind of a labor, we feel like. So after we finish our work, we feel so rewarding. So we can be more excited.
So, like looking back, you were sometimes worried about money, and she told you, "Oh no, let's go more, let's go until the end." It somehow worked out financially, right?
A little help, yes.
Mm.
Little, but it's really relaxing at the moment, like mentally too, because I feel like I'm doing something somehow. I'm not only just like playing around.
Oh.
Just it's helping my mental.
Mm. And after coming back to Korea, you were traveling for 6 months and then you came back. Was it difficult to adapt again to your situation?
Not really. I just like had I got a job, and then the first month, no, first day I worked. I was so happy.
Why?
Because I'm not in the spending mode anymore. It was so happy. I was like, I could start to work. It was so happy.
So you weren't worried that you won't be able to find a job?
Not really. I thought I had one position for me at least.
Yeah, I really admire that about you. I remember when I came to Korea and we met, like you had 7 different jobs. I think you were taking care of children, you were a front-end developer. I think you were working at a hairstylist, and I don't know what other jobs you did. And I was like, wow, okay, you can do that. Amazing.
Yeah, yes. Actually, that's really possible because every job has their priority. So in office job, you don't really talk to people, but you talk like how to say intellectually you work. But I feel like at the moment I need exercise, so I do the physical labor like a hairstylist like Steph. So I bring this one and that's that one. So I get to movements. So yeah, it's also I get to talk to people. That's really release my stress.
Yeah, I feel like there are people who are more specialists and they want to go deep into one field. And then there are generalists like you. I consider myself a generalist. Like, we like variety and we want to do a little bit of everything, but not necessarily going deep into one area.
Mm-hmm.
So in the past, I thought that like being a generalist was something bad because you should be a specialist. But I realized that's not the case. It's just like really different types of people and different types of jobs. So, for example, being an entrepreneur is the best example of being a generalist because you always have to do something different. Sulki, thank you so much for coming and sharing your story with us.
Thank you for having me.
You're going to have your next work travel in 10 years, I guess.
I guess so.
Nice. Until then, good luck with everything and see you soon.
Okay. Thank you.